it game-like?
We've got a scrimmage tomorrow. It's a little more game-like than what our last one was. As we continue to move closer to game time, we have to do more game-like situations. We'll have a mock game next Saturday at 11 a.m., just like we'd kick off out in Seattle. We'll do that next Saturday. But tomorrow is really kind of our last scrimmage of the camp. 2 weeks out from the game, it'll be really our last opportunity to do some live work.
What are you hoping to get out of tomorrow?
When it's over, it's really like the end of training camp for us because then it gets into game preparation time and getting the bodies back and the minds back and get them to feel good because we've been going long and hard and physical practices right now, so we got to get them mentally and physically back. But after tomorrow, we hope to be able to solidify our two deeps on offense, defense, and special teams. Hopefully, we're closer to naming a starting quarterback after tomorrow. That would be our wish, is to be able to get that done relatively quickly after we get through tomorrow's scrimmage and get it evaluated and find out where we're at.
Laviano appeared to dominate the first team reps today. Will you read anything into that?
No, it's kind of been that way. Right now we have to get better at quarterback still. We have gotten a little bit better, but we're not game ready by any means. There's still a lack of consistency at times with the quarterbacks, but they're every day they go, they get a little bit better at something. Today we had a 2-minute drill. It was the best 2-minute drill that we've had in training camp so far for the whole offense, but more specifically for the quarterback. So that was a really positive sign.
Will Laviano see more work tomorrow with the ones, or kind of even with
Zach? They'll both of them will get reps with the ones. A lot of it will just see how it's going. It'll be the flow of it. And if one of them's doing better than the other, it'll probably keep going.
Coach, what has the punting and kicking competition been like through the first 2 weeks?
Not very good, to be honest with you. Michael Cintron's done a really good job punting for us right now. Tim Gleason is still slowed by back surgery that he had back in the spring. So he's been limited, so Cintron has really been our punter. So when you say competition, there really hasn't been any because Michael's been the only punter that we've been using for the majority of training camp. The kicking position, Bonagor and Smaller, both kicking. David is right now our #1 kicker. We have a ways to go in that position also. If you're asking about the three positions that still need to get game ready, quarterback, kicker, and linebacker are the three. Feel really good about the majority of the rest of the team with where we're at right now with the guys who are getting reps with the ones. But those three spots, we still have a lot of work to do.
At receiver, with some of the older guys banged up, have you seen any younger guys step up and seize the opportunity?
One guy that I've really been impressed with is DeCoven Bailey. DeCoven will probably be a freshman that will play. Both on offense and on special teams, but he's done a really nice job. He's fast, he's got good speed, one of the faster kids we got on the football team. So really excited about him and what he's done in the increased reps as we're going through training camp.
He was kind of an underrated guy. How did you actually find him deep in Texas?
Underrated, I guess, is based on who rated him. When you watch the film, the kid's fast. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that are under-recruited. I mean, he was recruited, but he was fast. Bill Bush, our DB coach, had a connection there, and someone put us onto him. We watched the film, said it looks pretty good. It looks good to us. So we went down and recruited him. We got him, and what we saw on film, that's what we're seeing out there in the practice field. Very excited to have him.
From a secondary standpoint, how are they doing with the press coverage, the cover 4 schemes, all that stuff? That's all brand new to them.
They're doing very well. Our corners are executing press technique great. I mean, there's several techniques that we're asking them to do, not just press, but that's probably the biggest change that they've done, has been asked to do that more than they've been in the past. It's been a process, like I knew it would be, but it's one that they've embraced, and they've made tremendous improvements. I really like where our two corners are at right now. Isaiah Wharton and Bless Austin have done a great job. They're both bigger corners, run pretty well, have really gotten comfortable with press technique, and in the spring it was bombs away, when we started doing it, but you just don't see that anymore.
How about safety-wise? Where have you seen Chaffee, Hampton, the two guys who I guess are probably on the one line right now?
Hampton's I think got a chance to be an absolute star. I've been around some really good safeties in my career, and Hampton's got 3 years to play still. I think he's got a chance to be really good. and very excited about him. Chaffee's made a lot of improvements. I'd say that the biggest issue Chaffee's had in the past, from talking to him, is his tackling. I sit and talk to him about where areas he feels like he needs to improve on from previous years. It would be that. He's worked extremely hard, and we've worked him extremely hard to get that done.
What goes into knighting a player?
A lot. Has he earned the trust of everybody? Does he go out and consistently do his job the right way? Does he play with great effort? Does he have a positive attitude? And if we see those things consistently out of a player, then he is knighted, and we remove the black stripe.
I think you have 18 right now. Do you need to have like a certain number to be game ready when you fly out to Washington?
I hope we got 22.
Yeah.
So if not, we got a problem. But once we get through the scrimmage tomorrow, there'll be opportunity to take off hopefully quite a few. There's quite a few guys that have been doing it. I just want to see a scrimmage again before we do it. And through the course of next week, we'll remove quite a few of the guys that have been doing a great job at camp.
What have you seen from Trey Sneed compared to what he showed in the spring? What's he showing now?
Understanding of the offense, he plays faster. He played pretty fast in the spring too. He's a mature kid for a freshman that came in early, but his mental understanding of the offense, techniques, pass protections, he's definitely further ahead because he was here last spring, and you see him playing faster because of it.
How did you go about recruiting Zane Campbell as a guy who came over from a D3 school? How did that process go about?
I wasn't here.
Ah.
Yeah, Zane was here when we got here.
Right.
And he was a kid that was at corner when we got here. He's had a great off season. Put on a bunch of weight, and we moved him to safety, and he's a walk-on that's going to help us on game day. We've got several guys like that and I've been around that a lot. When I was at Wisconsin, we had tons of walk-ons that ended up helping us win a lot of football games, and right now I see several walk-ons out there that are helping us in our 2 deep, or really helping us on special teams, and Zane's one of them.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah,